I want people to love me. I want people to respect me. I want people to think highly of me. And when they don't, which a lot of them won't, what are you gonna do? You see, a lot of people are not raised to communicate with other people properly, let alone show love and respect to their fellow human beings. You are under the impression or the illusion that you're dealing with decent people all the time and that you can control their thoughts and behaviors towards you. But you can't. You can never control other people's thoughts or actions. The only thing that you could ever control in your life at any given moment are your own thoughts and actions. But you already knew that, right? And that's the beauty of life. We each have dominion over our own lives and not others. If not, it would be an entanglement of dictatorship and we wouldn't be able to live with one another. I have my own opinion, you have yours, and hopefully we all can live with that. But that's not always the case, right? Because some people can be more pushy, aggressive, determined, and downright annoying in the way they communicate their needs to others. They can even be disrespectful and have no boundaries. They can easily slip into sensitive and private issues, even though you're clearly not in a therapist's room or in an interrogation. And others are people you come across for a few seconds or minutes when you are out and about, but they can enrage you to eternity with their Neanderthal actions and conduct that is not fit for this millennia. And in this video, I'll share with you how you can become calm, unbothered, and even serene in the face of such triggering energy. But before we do that, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel, I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get to today's topic. So, number one is acknowledge the victim. When you're angry and offended and you're actually dwelling on the actions of other people or a situation in your life, the only person that's going to end up hurt is you. Because as the saying goes, you drink the poison, you die. No one else dies. Even if unspeakable things have been done to you, if you don't find a way to separate yourself from that event by whatever means that you can find, you are going to get even more hurt. Because the thought is in your head and it will continue to hurt only you. You are the ultimate victim of your own anger. It's like you are on an uphill battle that you will never win. Being aware of this fact is going to help you question, then why am I even angry? Why am I holding on to this anger when my anger is only resulting in my further destruction, in the destruction of my own self? And it's not helping me avenge myself. It's not helping me deal with my emotions the right way. So what even is the point? What's the point of holding on to anger and resentment and being offended and just being emotionally vulnerable all the time? And the answer is nothing. Nothing positive comes out of you dwelling on your anger and reliving all your past traumas and just reminiscing and continuously remembering these past events and actions that caused you so much pain in the past. There is simply no point other than becoming an even bigger villain and causing even more trauma to yourself, more than that one event or that one action did to you that one time, because you're now doing it a million times to yourself. You have to know that your mind doesn't know whether this thing happened once or a million times, because it's solely depending on the information that you give it. And when you continuously and repeatedly think and obsess about this one thing, it's going to take it as is and consider you to be in a continuous and perpetual state of fear and uncertainty. And you'll have to bear the effects of that with issues with your mental and physical health, because everything is connected. Number two is everyone gets a piece of you. You let every single situation and person decide your state of being. You allow just about anyone to corner you with an emotional reaction that they don't even deserve. Remember, you can't control what people say to you or decide to do, but you have 100% control on your reaction to that. And that's all that matters. Imagine a situation that if you consciously decide to ignore or come up with a plan in order to solve the problem, as soon as you do that, it can't rattle you anymore. Or think of an opinion or a comment that would normally bother you. If you decide to, not to let it in, it loses its power right there and then. It doesn't matter what it is. Your power is in your ability not to let these things in. Your power is in your ability to see, observe, hear, or experience these things without them affecting you in a negative way. You're letting people who could use some advice themselves make you feel a certain way because of their audacity to hit you with one of their comments or uncalled for actions. You can decide to reflect on some constructive criticism that is coming from the outside, but even then, there shouldn't be any self-deprecating thoughts and actions with that. You should just honestly and truly work on yourself without the need for anger towards others or yourself. This is where you can practice alchemy in your interaction with the outside world. Whenever there is ugliness reflected to you, instead of reacting and responding in kind, in ugliness, you choose to transmute that energy into a positive one by working on yourself in a productive way, by keeping busy in a productive way. And this will not only keep you busy with your own personal development and self-development, it will also dilute any unnecessary tension and anger that would have been your usual reaction. Number 3 is it's a choice you're making. So whether you like it or not, getting angry is a choice. But you might think that that is the only appropriate reaction to someone's unruly behavior, in that you think that they may be getting scot-free if you don't react, or at least have an emotional reaction that aligns with their action. So now you see that that is a choice that you're making, and if you decide to not get angry, not only are you changing the situation, but you're also taking your power back. You are neutralizing a situation that was capable of making you act irrationally. So you win here. Because when you're angry and you're unable to control your anger and you're letting it drive you into these reactions that you wouldn't on your normal days, on your normal self, this means that whatever it is that you're doing now, you will be regretting it sometime later. And it doesn't matter if that situation or that person, they were deserving of that reaction. It doesn't matter. If it's going to hurt you along the way, if you're going to look back and reflect on your actions, and it's something that's going to cause you pain because deep down there is another way of dealing with these things. You can rise above the situation, rise above whatever is happening or whatever is being said or done, is going to help you realize that you can do it. You don't have to be like everyone else. You don't have to align with all the negativity that's out there in order to make your point. The choice is yours. You can either lower your standard and act and behave like the very people that are irritating you, the people that are misbehaving, or you can rise above and help yourself that way and not let the situations and these people get that reaction out of you that they don't deserve. Number 4 is perfection versus healthy expectation. When it comes to the people who anger you, it's sometimes appropriate to ask if that person is even capable of acting differently, because sometimes you might be expecting honey from a swarm of flies, and that is simply impossible. So lower your expectations when it comes to these sentences that some people are able to put together. It might seem like it's directed at you, but honestly, it's just a declaration of their own ignorance and unrefined behavior. And the only way to deal with that would be to have those expectations we talked about. You'll have no need to correct people, mentor people, advise people, because if they themselves are not willing to change, if they're not looking to change, then you're not going to be able to do that. So this is total freedom for you. Not being offended or bothered by people is just going to help you focus more on yourself, on your own growth, and whatever it is that people are saying will just be another lesson for you to grow.